episode of the Carter Code Podcast. I'm your co-host, Josh, with my other co-host, Wayne.
Yo.
We got a very important and special guest in the building today with us. We got a 2024 ARCA Menard Series Rookie of the Year, back-to-back ARCA runner-up, one of the most important young figures and future champions in the sport, Lavar Scott.
Yes, sir.
Glad you have you on the podcast, man. I know it's very important for all of us to kind of hear your testimony and just share your experience with us. But to get started, we want to just tell us and our listeners where you're from, what was your upbringing like?
Yeah, so, well, first of all, thank you guys for having me.
No doubt.
Sure,
It means
for sure.
a lot. I know me and you have been connected for some time.
Yep.
We've always stayed in touch and reached out to each other, so it means a lot to have me here. It's beautiful. So like you said, I'm Lavar Scott, up-and-coming NASCAR driver, trying to make it to the highest ranks. So be a Cup Series champion one day.
Come on.
Originally from South Jersey. I grew up in a racing family. Mom drag race, grandfather drag race, aunts, uncles.
Sheesh.
Like you guys, all you guys played football.
Yeah.
All my family, we all race. That's everybody.
That's
Last
lit.
name Scott. We raced at some point in our lives. This is what we did. I had an older brother. He's 3 years older than me. So when I was 2 and 3, I watched him start racing. See my older brother do something. I naturally want to do it right and want to compete against him, want to beat him. So that kind of gave me my drive to want to compete and race when I got of age, which was 5 years old.
You started racing when you was
Of age is
5?
5?
5 years
Casual.
old.
Let's get when I was 5.
Like it's a little go-kart, but to be completely honest with you, when I was 3, I used to sit on my grandmom's lap and drive her golf cart around the yard.
Oh, that's
That's
lit.
how I started driving something. Then when I was 4, my grandpa built me my own race car and pushed me around the racetrack because you can't drive it with an engine till you're
Yeah.
5. So he just put me in a race car and sit me in when I was 4 and pushed me around. And then when I turned 5, it was
That's
was
that's
racing.
lit, bro.
racing.
That's
That
lit.
is
You
insane.
had to make it.
Yeah.
You ain't have no choice.
I had
Look,
to.
it is
I
actually
had to.
instilled in you at this point.
Oh,
For
man.
sure. For sure. For
I
sure.
was in motorized vehicles at 4 years old. I was just born to be this. That's
I mean,
wild, bro.
it's literally like there's not a moment in my life that I can go back and think of a time where I wasn't something dealing with racing.
Yeah.
Right. I played other sports. I mean, I wrestled. I tried football for 2 downs.
Okay.
Two plays. I
2
was done.
downs?
2 plays.
Okay.
2 plays.
I need that story.
Because I'll be honest with you.
yeah, you know what? Let's get into that real quick.
Yeah,
What,
that's-
2 downs?
Because this is actually bad. I told him I was either going to play if I was either the quarterback or wide receiver. That was it.
Okay.
And I forgot what position I played, but I just stood there. It was like, I don't want to do it no more. So, and my grandpa said he'd rather not me play anyway because I got hurt. I couldn't race no more.
Yeah.
I get hit or
So
something.
because we already know at that age.
Yeah.
This is what
that
it's gonna
was
be.
it for me. But football was just stay active, right?
Yeah.
So I played a few downs, and I remember I never went back to practice.
Yeah.
After that, ever. So yeah, I mean, I wrestled. I played baseball, soccer. Basketball. I played basketball for some years. Every sport there was to play, I think I've tried it.
Yeah.
But for me, racing was a thing where my grandpa would build our cars on the weekdays, right?
Yeah.
And then we would go race on the weekends and win races. Like there's sports where it's a team aspect of it, but
Yeah.
this sport you're winning with your family.
Yeah.
For sure.
Knowing
For
your
sure.
grandpa built your car, right? There's something more meaningful to that for me than like it was. It hit me on a different level that just it kept me to go back and compete and get better and try to make it to the highest ranks of motorsports, which was the NASCAR in the U.S. And just my family sacrificed a lot and
Yeah.
it made it to this position I'm in today.
For you to get there. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I feel like we're all learning about it
Yep.
in real time.
No
This
doubt.
is different kind of guessing. It excites me because I'm intrigued by everything that you said. I'm like, daggum, that's crazy. Because
Yeah.
5 years old with no engine, I have to go back to that. Or 4 years old with no engine is
Yeah.
the craziest sentence I've heard to date. Started driving at 5. So when did you? Obviously, this is your dream.
Yep.
To do it right. What age are you realizing like, dang, I'm different? Like I gotta change because, like you said, everybody in their family's doing it, right? But it's just like, what age are you like? I might take this thing all the way.
From a young age, I've always told myself like I was going to be a race car driver.
Yeah.
There was no other option for me. There was no other thing that I envisioned myself for when I became an adult was racing cars. That was my career.
Yeah.
And I've always knew I was a good driver. I just think mentally when I get focused on something and get ready to work, I feel as though that I just can, and this is maybe it's a lot of self-confidence thing, but I feel like I can always just go farther than the next person,
Yeah.
whatever it is, whether it's working out or just driving a car, I can just push it to another level that somebody can't. That's just where I am. That's where I think I'm at, right?
Yeah.
So I've always thought I was really, really good. And then I won some pretty big races when I was young teens from 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
And got the attention I needed to kind of join the NASCAR Drive Diversity program with Rev Racing.
Yeah.
It's a program created by NASCAR to get more minorities inside the sport of NASCAR, whether you're black, Hispanic, female, just more minorities inside the sport.
Want to diversify the sport.
But it's a worldwide application. It's like you guys. We have to it's a combine.
Yeah.
Worldwide, people like they send applications from Europe, from everywhere in the country. Kids are trying to get to this program, right? Because it's their chance to make it into NASCAR.
Yeah.
They pick 12 people. 12 people make it to the combine. From the 12, 6 people make it on the team.
How many people you think total are in this talent pool?
It's a worldwide.
Everybody.
Yeah, I mean
everyone. Look, if you want to drive a car,
this is a chance. Sorry, I mean it's a worldwide thing. So
that's ridiculous.
Many thousands of people.
What was the moment that I guess where they noticed you? Like was a specific race?
A pretty big race in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I think I was 15, and that was kind of like, and the cars I'm driving, they were the dirt micro sprints. So if you can win races in those cars, and it kind of shows that you have some type of car control. And being 15, right? If they can get me at that age, they can still have time to kind of develop me better and teach me the ins and outs of motorsports. Not really more so with driving, but even the business side of things, right? So, but like you guys at a combine in Florida, actually in Daytona, we 3-day combine. The first day is like your physical fitness, where you're at physically, because you got to drive these cars for hours at a time, right? And stay in shape. And it's 130 degrees inside my car.
Yeah.
So it's hot. Plus the suit, the undersuit, the helmet, gloves. It's a hot car.
Yeah.
So if you're physically in shape, the second day is media. Can you talk to media? Can you get interviewed? You know what I mean? You have executives talking to you. How do you handle that? At 15, 16, it's a lot of pressure, right?
So oh shoot.
Yeah.
So okay.
Third day, can you actually drive the car?
Right.
Are you actually a fast driver? For me, this was my first time. I come from a dirt background. I raced dirt cars growing up all my life. But this was my first time driving a NASCAR or stock car on asphalt, right? Yeah. So it was completely different experience setting for me. For my mom came with me. My sister came with me, actually. And it was just different. And we competed really well. We made the team in 2019. So we competed with the team in 2020 for the first time. And just ever since then, I moved down south, and it just kind of took off.
It's time to go.
Yeah. That
is. So did you get the phone call to go down there, like to go to the essentially like our version of a combine, right? Where you're saying there's 12 people there.
Yep.
So it's you and 12, and it's like they are assuming y'all are 12 of the best drivers in the world.
For sure.
Right.
I mean, and at this time I was the youngest there. I mean, when I say 12, I mean you had adults.
Yeah.
Like it was like I think I was 16 at the time, 15, 16, but there were guys that were 23, 24. I mean,
25. Dang,
that I compete against to make this team, right? So
yeah.
It was a lot of pressure, and I'm grateful for it. I mean, I feel like now, like, there's very small things that can get me, like, worked up and, like, feel something that I can't achieve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's something with a competition, sport, or just in life. Like, I feel like everything I just kind of just take it in and just deal with it, because I feel like I'm 15, 16, going through things I went through to make it here. Nothing can really, I don't feel like things affect me the same.
Correct. No, I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you handle that going into, you're 15, 16 years old, talking to executives pretty much to put out a blueprint for what the rest of your competitive life looks like? I mean, How do you deal with that, and how do you keep yourself mentally balanced enough to where you kind of make the main thing the main thing?
It was two things, because at that age, right, you have a dream, you have goals, and you have aspirations, you're trying hard to make it, but you don't really know the situation you're in.
Yeah.
Right? You're 15, right? You don't know I'm really here with 12 people competing for kind of my life.
Your life,
if I do this well, like, this could really take care of my life.
Everything.
Right? But you don't really think about it and digest it, right? So I'm there just kind of not having fun. I'm serious, but like just racing a car today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go to work out, things I do all the time. You know what I mean? And I was pretty shy when I was talking to the people, just because I knew how important they were. And it was people that I looked up to for a long period of time, right? And even my competitors I was competing against, like Chase Cabry or like Ruben Garcia, I watched these guys race. Now I'm competing with them for a spot on this team.
Yeah.
That was the thing that kind of got me. It's like, I know they're really good, right?
Yeah.
Can I beat them? But it was all good. But no, it was a perfect. I was just at that age, you don't take things as serious.
Correct.
You don't really know what's going on, so
Right.
it was good for me.
Yeah. Is your mom telling you something all weekend? Like,
No, my mom is freaking amazing. Like my mom, she just lets me do me when it comes to how I process things and go about situations I'm in, whatever it is, and she's always there for me. I've raced all across the country. I raced in a different country. She's never missed a race in my life. She's always with me, but she doesn't ever try to give me like racing tips. If I feel upset or down, she's with me to talk about me and help me get feel mentally better. But when it comes to like how I process things about racing, how I watch footage or digest things, she's just away and lets me do my own thing because it's different, and she knows it's different, and you know she lets the professionals who are there to coach me do their job, and she just keeps it separate.
Do you think having that type of freedom to kind of process things on your own at a young age kind of helps you develop the confidence that you have right now? Because the greats always have utmost confidence and a lot of heart whenever things go bad. They know how to, learn on the fly and maneuver on the fly and make adjustments. Do you think it comes from being able to have that freedom to process things on your own, or where do you think that comes from?
100%, because at the end of the day, when you're in that on the field or the car by yourself and got to play your position, you have to do it. If you can't be ready yourself and understand what gets you into your zone or what helps you process things and get ready to play, you personally, I mean, you can have the greatest team around you, but if you don't know what works for you, it just won't work out, right?
No doubt.
And me, like I said, I moved down to South to Charlotte by myself when I was 17.
Yeah.
And I just been by myself. I know what I do to get me in the mood to go race well. I know what keeps me focused, how I need to work out, how I need to watch footage, what things that I'm overdoing or underdoing. I just know it works for me, right? And that's from being alone a lot and understanding that, because I had to, because my whole family still lives up north, right? So I think that definitely helped. I feel like I was babied a lot. Once this time came to have these new opportunities and do bigger things, I wouldn't have been ready for it, because I wouldn't know things I need to do to prepare personally. Yeah,
no, 100%. So what's the 17, right? You find out, okay, boom, I made it, right? 17, talk about it, talk about that transition. Like, okay, what's the steps to moving away from your family? What is the living quarters, like what all of it?
So that's a lot. So it was 16. At first, I hated it. I hated it because I come from a really big family in South Jersey. You know, I mean, huge family. From my grandpa to grandmom, they kind of have their main house like out in the country, but everyone else, like, we all live 5 minutes from there and 5 minutes from each other. Like all of my aunts and uncles and their sons and daughters. So my cousins, like, we're all super, super close, right? Like every day, my cousins, my brothers were riding the foolers at my grandmom's house. Or grandmom's cooking us something. Like, that's just what we do. My cousins, right? Just we're together every single day. So going from that now to having to leave high school, and for the first 3 months, we didn't know how long-term this was going to be or how, like, official this was. Yeah. My mom got me, like, a camper RV situation. Parked it at this Z-Max Speedway, like, on this little lot. Had no Wi-Fi. Had no license. So, like, I would ride my bike to the shop. Yeah. Ride home and, like, kind of just be bored. Like, the Wi-Fi was terrible. I can't play the game with my friends. I can't do anything. I don't want to ride bikes all day. Like, I have no car to drive anywhere. Like, I was, and at the first few months of that year, my racing was horrible. Yeah. Like, we're not good. So, like, I want to go home. Like, I don't want to be here no more. But we were able to do good enough where I could come back the next year into a bigger car and better personnel around me to compete more. And that year, everything really kind of started taking off, and I was happy. Yeah, this is 17. Yeah, I just turned 17, because after September 6th was my birthday, so next year, following year, 17. Okay. That year, I was just happy. You know, my mom got me, like, a full-time spot to live down there, and I got my license because I turned 17. Yeah. So now when I'm there, I'm having fun. I'm doing me. I'm racing. I'm going out to eat with my friends. You know what I mean? Like, we get to see each other, go to Top Golf all the time. Like, we're having fun, right? Yeah. So it was good, and I think I needed to go through that time to really just I don't know, understand if I really want to do this. And I had to know if I'm going to do this, I got to make sacrifices and do that and be by myself. And it was like, do you want to do it? Yes or no? And I came to the conclusion that this was the one I wanted to do, and I had to do this to be able to compete racing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's always interesting, one similarity that everybody across any profession, the people that we've talked to, we've all had that moment of like, do I want to do this? Like there's you know what I'm saying? It's just like, am I built for this? Do I really want to do it this bad? Because it's a realization where it's like, there are sacrifices
for sure
that are about to be made,
no doubt, to
take that leap. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's so cool to, I guess, hear your version of that, right? Where it's like you said, to certain people you've made it, right? Or at that moment. Obviously for you, you're not feeling it like that.
Yeah.
But to other people are like, dang, he made it. Mm-hmm. But to you, you're just like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's a very normal.
I mean, like. At 17, 16, 18, I mean, you're trying to prepare yourself for college, right?
Yeah.
And even so in college, like you have your coaches, you have your trainers, you have your teachers, then you have all your college, your teammates, right? Yeah. You have a kind of a strong core team around you to talk to, you know. Somebody on the team is going through what you're going through to talk to about stuff. With me, it's like, I'm going around adults every day, you know, as a young driver, and then I go home and I'm by myself. Like I don't have real friends to just talk to or hang out with. Like it's at that age, and then on top of that, I'm going down there to the race when I'm not racing well. Like it was just a bad mixture of things at first. But you know, I don't put anybody in that situation I was in. I don't think they would have quit because I love racing.
Yeah.
But it was definitely hard.
Yeah. Do you feel like, I guess when you're in there, what's that relationship like with other drivers? Because I feel like it seems, from obviously outside looking in, it seems tough because it's like you said, everybody's in this program and doing things, but it's at the same time, y'all are all still trying to climb over each other.
Right. You know, 100%. I would say within my team at that time, earlier my whole team with Rev, we've always had really great relationships. I mean, everybody's kind of competing for the same thing, but everybody's taking different routes. So like we're competing against each other, but we're not. Like we all know we're here because we're all good.
Yeah.
You know, some are going to be better than others naturally, right? So like that was just what it was. Like I don't think you being on my team and have a better race than me, you're not going to take my position within NASCAR. It's just there's so many different situations. We're different. We're trying different things. Like it's just I don't really feel competition comes within my team. You know what I mean? But relationship with other drivers, it's definitely different. I feel like a lot of drivers come across as like I don't cuss. So they come across like a-holes in a way. Like just like you're just cocky, arrogant, but they're actually like they're pretty cool guys once you get to know them. And you have some guys who are just mean guys, is how they are.
No, for sure.
So I think every driver comes across as just cocky and arrogant because you have to have that confidence.
You have to have something.
You have to walk into the track and truly feel like I'm better than you.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
I feel that way. When I walk to the track, unless a driver talks to me, it's very rare that I'm going to talk to them.
Yeah.
I know you think you're better than me. I think I'm better than you. Right. I really don't want to talk to you.
Let's
not
keep
really much to talk about.
It's not like let's race and then. But then, I mean, we all live in like in North Carolina, like in this little like Charlotte area, right? So then I go to dinner Monday and see him, like, oh, what's up? Like we were talking, like we're friends then, you know what I mean? But like I compare it to like Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
he's my favorite athlete growing up.
Okay,
right? Just his mindset, how he worked hard and he had a dream and he went out there and worked for it. He's not talking. He's not in the back talking to his competitors before his fight.
Yeah,
like you're trying to go beat me up.
Yeah,
right? I'm about to go beat you up. Like. There's not as much to talk about right now.
Yeah.
But after the fight, they're cool or whatever, you know, sometimes. And I think that's how it is racing. Like, just when you, in the morning, when you get to the track and you're about to race, like, I just don't feel like talking to competitors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it comes across as maybe he's this way or that way, but it's not. Like, we're here to do a job. Yeah. It's to win races. And you're trying to take that from me right now. Like, this is my life. I mean, you're trying to take that from me.
Yeah.
And after we can be friends, just right now, nothing personal. We just really don't need to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it's funny because you really answered my next question, because I was gonna say, like, as a competitor, as a 1%ers when it comes to drivers, right? At some point you have to have that that kill,
like,
for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Like you said, Conor McGregor is like a perfect example. Like he's the friendliest guy after fights and all that, but it's like before that fight, it's kill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with football players. Like it's everybody. Like I was. That's actually what I was about to ask. Like, how do you get into that mode of like, y'all are not my friends right now. It's real smoke.
I think I'm naturally in that mode when I get to the racetrack. Just I know the job at hand, and I listen to music that kind of really set me in that type of zone or situation. But I mean, like I said, there's most of the drivers that I compete against or with all the time. They're really cool people.
Yeah.
Away from the racetrack, at the racetrack, everybody's cocky,
for sure. You got to.
You just
you
have
to,
right? And especially the best drivers.
Yeah.
They rarely talk because they're just thinking about what they want to do, how they're going to compete, what moves they're going to make. Right? They're just worried about themselves, and that's okay. You're a professional athlete. You should. But yeah, I think for me, when I get to the track, it's not much. It's not hard to get me in that zone.
Yeah.
I think sometimes there's a few drivers there's two drivers I'm really close with.
Okay.
Like my best friends for real, and I know we joke around a lot and have fun. So even there's times like there's probably an hour before the race. I'm like, all right, like, we gotta go to the trail. See you after the race. You know what I mean? After that, then I'm like, I really dial in, whether it's meditation or doing some type of things to get the mental right, whether it's hand coordination stuff. Just do what I need.
Yeah. Shit, you just answered my question. I was about to ask you. You over here answering questions.
I said that boy's on it. He
on it.
You noticed that his first interview.
I was really gonna ask you, is there like any superstitions that go into your preparation that help you, or something that you do every single time? It's like, okay, this has to be done. It's kind of like my good luck charm in a way.
I don't think I have anything as set. I've realized that I'm very like quick to jump on the new thing that's working for me.
Right.
Like there's some days where like I feel like I listen to like a slow song. I'll race really well. I try it again. I race bad. I'm like, I gotta switch that. You know what I mean? So I don't have anything that's set. What I do know is I do take time to pray and listen to something and meditate and really just be by myself. I think that is really what helps me no matter what, is just truly being by myself before a race and just locking in, like thinking about what's about to happen, how to digest different situations by getting to them. But other than that, I mean, racing is not like it's a weird dynamic for a race, because like regular sports, right, you're with your team in the huddle, you go out there, you do your thing, and you get hyped with your guys. Well, as a race car driver, you come out your trailer, you have to walk to pit road. Walking to pit roads, all the fans are right there. They all want to see you, talk to you, sign autographs, right? And this is walking to go to the race. I get to my car. There I take pictures of everybody. Pictures, talking, more fans, right? And this is, I'm about to race in 5 minutes, and I'm still talking to.
I'm about to go 200.
Right? Exactly. So it's hard to really get focused. But then when you climb into your car, you have like 3 minutes of sitting there. Then you got to start it up and go out there and get ready. So I think before I go outside of my hauler and start talking to people, I already do all my pre-race stuff inside and just be with myself and try to lock in. But it's hard to get out of that state of mind when you start talking to everybody and whenever you want to talk to you, right? It's hard. I mean, you got to be ready to go all the time. 100%. Really. 100%.
Does that add any pressure to you? Like, you did all your pre-race stuff, and then you're going out and seeing thousands of fans shaking hands, signing autographs. Like, does that ever affect you, you think, mentally in a way that it might get you locked out, I guess, if you want to call it that?
I thought about it, for sure. I mean, you definitely think about it. I think I'm a guy that I do overthink about it, a lot of things. So if I have a bad day or a bad situation, I'm overthinking all the time of why. So I've definitely thought about that scenario. But then I come to the fact that, like, once you start shifting gears and you're going at that rate of speed, it's hard not to be focused, right? Like that has to have your attention.
No,
There's nothing else you can really think about if you're going that fast, right? I mean, it's just, if you do, then you're wrecked first lap. So I thought about, at the end of the day, I think once you get inside the race car, you start the engine up and you kind of start rolling, it's hard not to be focused on the situation at hand, which is going 200 miles per hour.
Jeez. No.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
It's crazy.
So
it's definitely crazy.
Man, let's jump back to the year 2. Or I guess you talked about year 2, so I guess hop into year 3. What year is that? 2023?
2023. Well, 2022, because I did 2020, 2021, and 2022 was
so
year
walk
3
us through 2022. What are we thinking? How's it?
That was so year 2022 was probably the worst year of racing for me. Like that was, I don't know what was going on that year. I don't know. That was just a terrible year. Like that was the one year I was like, this is probably done. Like because each year, and I don't know how it really works with the NFL, but at that point in time, we were on a 1-year contract.
Okay.
So each year you have to compete again in the combine, or they do like how you did that year throughout the season. Like if you don't do good, I mean you're off the team.
Yeah.
I mean it's just it's terrible to say, terrible to think about, and it's terrible. But you're just if you're not good, you're not doing what you need to do. You're off the team, and
I mean honestly, that's
I mean, that's
how
it
the
is.
NFL.
That's hard. Like imagine your dream is just kind of just. Because with this, like there's so much to it. There's a car aspect. If your car is good, you know, the right parts. Then you got personnel. Who's building the car? Who's working on them? Who's making them fast? Right.
Yeah.
So there's so many factors and situations. I feel like if you had one bad year and you kind of get kicked off the team, it's a tough situation because I won't say in all the cases, but in some cases, I mean, it's really not the driver. Like there's so many factors around it that are contributing to that there's nothing he could do. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I managed to stay on the team for 2022 for 2023. But yeah, we had a good combine and they invited me back, and that year was really good. We moved up to ARCA.
Okay.
Raced at Daytona for the first time. Finished fourth, almost won. That year, I think I finished second in the points championship in the ARCA East. Ran ARCA Nationals a few races, had some really good results there. Like we just had a good, solid year, and that was like the first time in a national series.
Yeah,
like people really started to recognize me, and it was like, oh, like he runs good. He's doing well, right? So at that point, once I did good that year, I was like, okay, I can do this for sure. And then the year after that, we moved up to the ARCA National spot, and then finished second in the points there, and just had another. These past 3 years has been just solid. Haven't got a chance to win. I've been so close. Multiple times, but a lot of second place finishes. But these past 3 years have just been good, solid, consistent years. You know, nothing too fancy. But I wasn't wrecking cars and putting myself in bad situations or like hitting people on track. We just had good, solid, consistent years, and I did the job I needed to do to be able to move up.
Yeah. How are you dealing with it? Obviously, as you're going through it, because obviously what got you here is your hunger and your love for it, right? How are you dealing with staying, I guess, even when obviously you're winning, you're doing well, right? Everybody and their mom was probably telling you like, hey, like, great job, you're the best, you're this, you're that. But it's just like, I was actually talking to him a couple of days ago. I remember watching an interview with you, and they were trying to give you your flowers for coming a second.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But it's just like I saw that, I was like, that's special because you were like, I wanted to be first. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you? I guess keeping your head right there while everybody is giving you the praise right now.
I'm so real myself.
Yeah.
Like I work so hard to be the best, and I know I'm not the best right now, right? And it does mess with me. Like, just knowing that I want to be the absolute best.
Yeah.
And when people say that, I real myself. Like, how can you say I'm the best or that good? Like I don't think I've been in a situation to win yet all the time or have championships, but I still think I could do better or could have done a little bit better than what I did, right? Like, you know, I've done my job, but you can always feel like you're trying to fine tune things to be better at, right? And I'm very real myself. Like, I think I'm in a good spot, but I've never worked as hard to be a better race car than I'm working now. Yeah. Just knowing the magnitude of the situation I'm in, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm just always real myself. No matter what nobody tells me, at the end of the day, my opinion of myself is going to be my opinion of myself, and that's the opinion I go by. And sometimes it could be negative, sometimes it could be positive. That's how you operate. It's how I am, right? So I know what I want to achieve, and I haven't achieved that yet. So there's no way I can tell myself I'm the best or think I'm the best. I'm working to be the best, and I think I work extremely hard, probably better than the best, 100%. Right? But I'm not that yet, and I know I'm not.
Yeah. What do you think the adjustments are on your behalf to take that next step? Because it seems like runner-up is a recurring theme, and you know that you want to be a champion.
Yeah.
What do you think you need to do on your end to take that leap to be the champion?
Stay consistent. I think in so many cases within racing, it's hard. It's easy to give up because, like I said earlier, there's so many factors to the situation. And we talked about this some earlier. I mean, the amount of resources and development that goes in from the 35th place car to the first place car, it's a millions of dollars difference.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many resources. That's why it's sponsorship and your brand and marketing and everything.
Yeah.
But I think, you have to stay confident within yourself, with your driving ability, and know when that situation aligns for you to be in a winning situation, to take it and to be successful with it, it's going to come. I think a lot of people get just kind of stuck and feel as though that maybe what they're doing is not working, or they're just getting tired of being in a mid-pack to a back marker team, right? Because you always want to be on the best team, but sometimes you're not. Yeah. It just get tired of it and just feel like don't put in the work to keep trying and achieving to be the best. And I think it's perfect for me. I'm 22, right? So I have time to have some good years.
Yeah. In
cars that maybe aren't just winning cars just off purely speed, but it's good situations to learn a lot. Really to learn the car, learn how to communicate with my crew chief and my spotter.
Yeah.
Learn how to race better in different situations. And I'm so happy to have this chance at such a young age to be able to grow. And
for sure,
when I turn 25, 26, 27 and fully develop my racecraft, I go to a winning car and just go dominate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just where I'm at right now. It's going to be a few hard learning years. But I'm excited for it.
No doubt.
100%. Do you keep the same, I guess, pit crew and staff and all that, or how does that?
That's ideal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely ideal, but things change all the time. I mean, pit crew is like NFL. I mean,
okay.
You don't do. I mean, there's 5. The groups of 5. If one person is not performing well, they get switched next day.
Sheesh.
Phone call, hey man, it's not working. We're putting this guy in. Like it's I mean, it's a crucial. But I mean, it's ideal to have your same guys and your same people all year. But I mean, things change so much within the sport. I mean, it's never set.
Do you get to pick them, or is
it's
up to
team picks? And I think that this team has been really well. All my teams that I've been with have been really well with letting the driver really just focus on driving the car.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many factors to this situation, but the team and the people around me have been really good with just letting me focus on what I need to do, and that's being a fast and a good race car driver.
Is there ever like a team that you've been a part of that did, I guess, a little bit worse of a job of that, or like a crew member that it kind of made it hard to communicate with to be able to propel yourself to be that champion?
No, I would say I've been with 2 teams within NASCAR, and I would say one team was the main team I was with for the past 5 years was Rev Racing, and this team is Alpha Prime. Rev Racing, there's Rev Racing was good for me because I went there when I was like 16 to 21 or whatever, and in that way, in a sense, you're kind of like babied in a way, like you have a set schedule when to show up to the shop. What are you doing through the hours at the shop? What time workouts is? What time lunch is? Things like that. When you fly with a team to go to different racing events, you're traveling always with the team. You're in the rental car with the team. Like everything is with the team. Like you're kind of just with your baby in a way, right? Whereas in this team, I think more is on me that I need to go do. But I'm also 22 now.
Yeah,
like, it's like somewhat of an adult.
Yeah.
We have all the tools and resources here you need, but you got to figure it out too.
Yeah.
And so I think I have more on my plate now, but I'm supposed to, right? I'm not supposed to be treated the same as I was when I was 16.
Yeah.
So now when we fly somewhere, I mean, I have my own car or whatever, and I make my own schedule throughout the week on the shop, when I want to show up, what I want to do throughout the day. I mean, truly, I could, from Monday to race day, every day, I could lay in bed, you know what I mean, if I wanted to. Like, no one's going to force me to get up. I'm not in that situation where people force me to get up, but I want to get up at 6, 7 and go train on the simulator or go work out. I mean, that's what I do. So I would say more is on me now, but it's good because I want that, and I want to be on me to. Yeah. I mean, I have more time to myself really and work harder.
Yeah, essentially they treat you like a pro. You know what I'm saying? MLB, NFL, NBA is like, listen, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Come game time though,
better be ready.
Do the thing we're paying you to do.
Exactly. And if you're not a few races in, Lavar, I'm sorry to tell you,
it's time to go.
we have another option here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't ever want to get that call.
No, 100%.
So no, I make sure I don't put myself in a situation. I'm at the shop all the time and working out all the time.
Yeah. Do y'all do, because you, like you were saying, year to year deals? Do y'all?
That was with that team in that program now, you could do multi-year.
Okay, so I would say that's exactly what I was about to ask you.
Yep, for sure. I mean, I can't wait till the day I sign a 5-year deal, and you know, I'm good for another 5 years.
Man.
It takes the weight off my shoulders.
What's because obviously we know like other sport numbers. What's like an ideal like a 5-year? What amount of money is like? Okay, you're a top NASCAR.
Well, it depends where you're at. Like the Cup Series driver, if you're a top level Cup Series driver, they're making around 10, 15, $5 to $15 million, right? I mean, that's how much they're making
a year.
Yeah, okay, for sure. Not NFL money, but it's good
look,
money.
That's
NFL money.
That's NFL. No, that is NFL money. That's actually NFL money.
No, but the top guys are making
the quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Like our top guys are making 10 to 15.
Okay,
you guys top guys are making 50.
Yeah, but
it's a bit different, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit different. But obviously, once you get past $1 million, I mean, what really you have the money?
Exactly.
Right.
No, you're up there. So
you're just spending money to spend money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
when you sign like a 5-year deal, is it like?
But I do want to clarify, I'm not a top guy.
No, correct.
I'm still working to get there.
It's on the way. It's on the look. Trust
for sure.
It's trust. I'm just speaking for the interview we're gonna have in a couple years from now, right? But I guess when you're in it, is it like you signed a 5-year deal, even though you're starting off at this tier, but they're expecting you to be at the cup. What you said, the Cup Series.
Yep.
Or do you sign a multi-year deal where you are starting lower, but they are expecting you to?
So that's a development program.
Okay.
So if you're on a team called Carter Racing, right?
Okay.
And you signed me when I was young to do a 5-year development deal.
Okay.
Say, hey, if you do good in these cars in these 2 years, year 3 we're gonna move you up to the Cup Series. You know what I mean? But you still have to perform well, and the big thing, your sponsors have to be reoccurring and come back.
Yeah.
Like you can sign a 5-year deal, but if your sponsors fall off year 1, you have no sponsorship dollars,
the deal's done.
The deal's done.
Right.
I mean, that's just it's.
What makes the sponsors, I guess, stay or not stay? Is it just winning, or I'm sure there's other parts? Now you're talking about marketing.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you and your sponsors or your team kind of connect with to know what both parties want, right? I mean, every party's different. You have some sponsors that just sponsor because they really love the driver, love that person, and love to see their name on the car. I mean, they don't care about the return. They just want to support that driver, right?
Yeah.
And you have some people that say, hey, if I'm sponsoring you, I want to 50x my viewership on Instagram.
Okay.
So that means I want you to post me a lot more on social media to get more views on my sites to hopefully drive my sales, right?
Yeah.
So it all depends what the two parties or the parties drivers involved kinds of agrees on what they both want. But I mean, your goal is always to make your sponsors happy.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest jobs in NASCAR. I mean, that is right now probably more important than driving the car, because without that, you're not driving the car.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I want you to. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to ask, how do you, I guess, deal with that side with having NASCAR being the main thing still, right? Because at the end of the day, they want you because you can drive.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like it is a weird situation and tough deal. I mean, truly, this off season, like I didn't touch a car, touch a simulator, touch anything for months because I was worried about finding dollars in sponsorship to be able to drive the car, right? Like if I don't find the dollars, there's no point of practicing racing. I'm not gonna be racing.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of write that at that point in time, and really same thing. Main thing is finding dollars to be able to continue racing.
Yeah.
And, it's definitely probably backwards, but I mean, how much can I guess dwell on it? I mean, am I going to either do the work and find it, or
you can
be
complain
sad
about it, or you
right?
can play the
And
game.
it definitely sucks, right? Like it definitely hurts, and not just to have the funds at the time I need. It's a bit to go just race whenever I want, right? But it's just the situation I'm in right now, and hopefully one day it's a different situation we're talking about.
Yeah.
So is there? So you're going out and doing pretty much the marketing for you by yourself, or do you have a team that kind of helps with that side of, you know, getting sponsorship deals and making sure that you're able to focus on the driving?
Yeah, these past few months, I mean, I've met some great people around me that have helped me a lot. And one is Todd Pride, and he runs Team Racing Education, and he let me meet UAC, the Urban Affairs Coalition, was my first sponsor for the year. And then I met Ghislaine Leon, just kind of helps me on the branding side of things. But I've truly liked the situation opened up when I first moved down south, or when I tried to move down south with the program. The doors just kind of open. Like it's just like it's open for me. In this situation, the doors kind of open because I met the right people at the right time. Like, that's why I think networking is so important.
It's crucial.
Meeting people, like, it's everything. Without that, I definitely wouldn't be here today and definitely wouldn't be racing.
Yeah.
I met some great people around me, and Todd it's been amazing. So it's been great.
Yeah. I remember we spoke earlier about this, but I want to get your opinion or your thoughts on it, because a lot of people just in any profession, like, the reward for them is right around the corner, but it happens so fast they don't necessarily understand that the reward is right around the corner.
Yep.
How do you keep yourself aware enough to know that the reward is right around the corner, but it feels like nothing's happening right now?
I don't know. I think for me, the trajectory and the progression has been like at a good rate, like a good process. Nothing happened too fast. Nothing happened too slow. Each year, I'm doing good and I'm moving up. I do good, I'm moving up. I'm not just, let's just move him up, and he's not ready for it, right? Whether it's the off track stuff, whether it's the fame a little bit, or racing, like, I'm just moving up at good times where it's like I'm ready for it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that keeps me grounded in a way, and I think truly I have friends and peers in all aspects of life. Some really, really well off and wealthy people that I'm connected to, and the other side of the spectrum, right? And I'm around it all. So I think that helps me all stay grounded. I just know what life's like on all sides of things. I want to be just me. Like, I just want to be in the middle, just
right there.
Just, you know what I mean? I want to connect with people about anything. You know what I mean? Whether, no matter who they are, what situation they're in, whether it's the worst of the worst, the best of the best. I just want to connect with people. I think that helps me as well. Just and having that ability to connect with people, and also having friends and people in different situations.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's so. I feel like you're already on the right track, I guess, with that kind of stuff, right? It's just that the understanding of, one, we talked about it earlier, about, I mean, it's easy to change, right?
Yeah.
Especially with, I know you don't feel like, oh, okay, I'm famous yet. You're famous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's that thing where it's just like you can, as your dreams are slowly coming true, you're telling yourself, I can be the greatest ever, right? I can be the greatest ever. And it's not just selling it like that, you mean it, right? It's easy to get caught up when you start seeing some of the success happen and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's so interesting, I guess, hearing your side of it, to where you're like kind of explaining, like, no, this is happening at the perfect rate. Because we already talked about, no matter what, people are going to say this happened overnight.
Yeah.
At one point in the next couple of years, you're going to be the biggest NASCAR driver in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when you do, people are going to be like, oh, it happened overnight for him. But it's like, it's cool watching it from you, because it's been a build, right?
Yeah.
It's been a shoot since you was 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The steps that it's taken for you to get there. So I had to give you your flowers, because that's
No doubt.
So much,
it's cool seeing that you have. You were, I guess, developed the right way, or you were raised the right way, to where you're going to be able to handle that moment when it does come.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's cool watching you do that. How do you say out loud, like, I'm going to be the best ever, or do you tell people your dreams, or how to, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a real thing.
I went through a time last year where I would say it every night to myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to be best, I'm going to be best, I'm going to be best. And I say it all the time. And sometimes, like, when I'm really just, I guess, in tune, I do things like that. But most cases, no, I don't. And I probably should start again. I don't know. But I don't know. I just do the work.
Yeah.
I just do the work and hope, pray. Praying is big for me.
100%.
I pray every day so much. Praying is big. But other than that, I don't try to. I think when I do that, I start to overthink.
Yeah.
And just get into a state of just saying, "Oh, I thought this," or "So this should happen," right? I mean, I hope and pray it does, but I just know if I don't do the work, it's not going to happen. So I just do the work and hope it happens.
Yeah. Do you say it to yourself, or do you tell other people that?
No, I don't tell anybody anything. Like, I don't tell anybody anything about myself, really. Or when it comes to that situation, I would never say I'm going to go win this race. I'm going to go be the best. I mean, I just keep it to myself, and I know what I believe, and I work hard to achieve that. But I don't know. I don't ever want to come across as arrogant or cocky in that way. And I feel when I say things like that, I personally don't feel good.
Yeah.
Like, people might want me to say that or think I should, but I personally about myself don't feel good saying things like that. 'Cause I don't know. I don't feel good on myself when I say things like that. So I just keep it to myself.
Yeah.
And I might have a strong feeling that I might be the best or that I should go win this race, but I just keep it to myself.
How do you keep that feeling to yourself? Because you're around people that vocalize the fact that they're gonna be the best in the world, and it might not happen for them, but they're telling people that this is gonna happen for them, and it's super easy to kind of fall into that trap of well, if they're saying it, then I can say it.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself level-headed enough to kind of keep that internalized?
I don't know. It is tough because sometimes I go through phases and moments where it's like where they're saying it all the time, so they must really believe that, and I'm not saying it. Or don't question myself. Well, do I really believe it?
Right. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
And I'm not gonna lie. As a professional athlete, I go through that stuff constantly with just self reflection, I guess. Mentally, like, what am I thinking? Then why am I thinking? How do I fix that? Like, I think about this stuff all the time internally. Right?
Yeah,
and I don't ever talk to anybody about it because I just want to figure it out. But no, it's definitely a tough process with trying to make sure, I guess, you're confident within yourself, but not overly confident where you're just arrogant.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I mean, you have guys that are just so confident they just have to say it, and they I guess they really believe it.
Yeah.
You know, which is good, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm confident, but I can't say. I don't know.
100%. And
it's weird.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, and like I said, it's the main reason why I ask. I know Suge too, because like again, we talked about that video where it's just like, no, I want to be the best. Like I can see it. Maybe it's because I've seen it before, right? In certain people, and the people that I've seen it in end up being the best.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan is humble beast. They already talk about him like growing up, humble beast, right? Yeah. But it's like, you can still tell like he has that like, no, I want to be the best. I'm going to be the best. Like
and there's moments, but it's not all the time. Like there's moments, or like LeBron's a good example. There's moments where it's like, you can't get disrespectful. You gotta let people know, like, like I'm that guy.
Don't play with me now. I am
and
that.
There's one, I think it was like in 2016. I think he lost a game to the Warriors in one of the conference finals or whatever, and they asked him, "Is he worried?" And they kept asking him that. He's like, at one point, he's like, I'm not worried at all. Like, I'm the best.
I'm the best player in the world. I remember.
Like, that was like, don't disrespect me. I'm just not gonna say it all the time, but I still know who I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I'm that type of person. Like, I'm not like, you're not gonna disrespect me about nothing, but like, I'm not gonna sit here and overly say what I think I am, right?
Yeah.
But if it gets down to that point where you have to, then you will. And that's how I kind of go about things. Like, I'm not gonna get disrespected anyway, but I'm also not gonna really talk about it if I don't need to.
Correct. Yeah. Your actions or your driving is gonna speak for itself.
Exactly.
I want to take a little turn on this part because I'm curious to know, because listening to your other interviews and just doing my research on you, it seems like you understand the impact that you're having on the sport. Mm-hmm. Kind of dive into that a little bit behind the is there pressure for you to sustain that impact on the sport? Because I mean, you don't really see a lot of people like you in the sport of NASCAR. You know what I mean? So to the outside looking in, it looks like a huge pressure, but you've also been doing this your entire life. Like, how do you deal with both sides of that?
Yeah, there's definitely pressure in that sense, because, and a good pressure, because right now there's only 3 of us. Really in the top 3 levels of NASCAR. And I know just naturally what we do, it's going to affect the next generation coming up, right?
Correct.
That's
what it is.
It's what it is.
Right.
If it's us 3 and we go and the next group comes up, they're going to put us together.
Yeah.
Well, they act like this, so they're probably going to do the same thing. That's just how it's going to be. So if I'm out here fighting or just saying the wrong things in interviews, just not holding myself accountable or up to the standards I need to, that's how they're going to see the other drivers coming up. Mm-hmm. And I don't ever want to do that. You know what I mean? I just want to be myself, which I think is the correct way to be in these situations for sure. But I don't overthink about it. Like I am myself no matter what. But I do know what we do is going to affect the next generation, but I'm just excited because I do see there's a lot more drivers coming up. Through the ranks of racing to try to be here, and I get DMs all the time about just every day. Just for help on certain things, and I try my best to. I get back to everybody really, because I do want there to be just, I don't want to say us, just everybody. It's a group of people in the sport, because it is we're driving cars, right? Who doesn't want to drive cars fast? Right. I mean, there's very some people that don't want to do that, right? So I think we definitely are becoming a better sport year by year and welcoming more people. We definitely need a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, there still needs to be a big change, but we're doing that. And I'm trying to do my part to help that.
Yeah.
How do you handle that at a young age? Because it'll be very easy for you to not really understand the magnitude of what you're actually doing for the next generation.
I think it was good being with Rev at 16. I mean, we got to every weekend I wasn't racing. I was flying somewhere to talk to kids and to be with kids, whether it's the Boys and Girls Club or just different environments around the world, around the country. So I've seen what it does and how happy it makes them feel. You know, there were sometimes I was 16 and I'm going to go talk to 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
I don't know how,
like,
why, but like, I guess, and they were actually moved by it. Like, wow, racing, I think I could do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've just seen that at so young, seeing the type of impact we have and how much it could really, maybe in a way, change their trajectory sometimes, right? No, they just focus and do the right things and lock in. I guess like they could do whatever they want. I mean, there's if I was disrespectful at all, mean, anything, I was not racing that weekend. My mom, my family would not let me race.
She's not having it.
Right?
Yeah.
So I taught me at a young age, just do the right things, You know what's morally correct and what's not correct.
Yeah.
You just know. But you have to find that moral compass within yourself, but you know right from wrong.
Right.
You should, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know if I was in school being bad, I'm not racing, right? So that led me to when I got moved on top of myself, I just know what's wrong and what's right.
Yeah.
And I try to teach that to the younger generation, just do what's right. Like, it. Like,
Yeah.
There's times when you could do something so wrong, but you just feel bad. Like, why would I do that, right?
Yeah.
And I try to really talk and have deep conversation with the kids growing up because I know one kid, he's a great kid. A great kid and a caring kid.
Yeah.
But when he gets to school around his friends, he's a completely different person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, why? Are you trying to be cool?
What's causing you to...
Exactly. And then you can't do what you want to do on the weekends, blah, blah, blah. Just don't worry about people thinking. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
You're a great kid. You're a great person. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
I just try to just help when I can. But I see the impact it has on them when we do speak with them.
Yeah. How do you, I guess, back in your hometown, obviously I had seen you talking about it before, right? Where how do you make it to where, I'll give you an example like down here, really in Florida, a lot of the NFL players come back home. Yeah. And it's not like they do anything different. You know what I'm saying? They just come home. Shoot, Mike was there and those kids saw Mike. And I was like, shoot, he playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
I could play in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just like being present so they can see that, so they know it is possible.
Yeah, for me it's a bit different because football is such a big sport around the country, right? Yeah. It's football everywhere, so you know who plays, you know who's doing this, you know who's doing that, right? You know the top players in the NFL. You know them. I mean, they're on big time TV every single day, right? Whereas in NASCAR, I'm trying to be that guy. I mean, I'm close to the Philadelphia area, so I'm trying to be that Philly presence. Like right now, if you go to Philly, there's no NASCAR presence. There's nowhere. There's one place I can go and talk to kids that are trying to learn racing and really be a part of it. But there's really not that environment where you can just go to and just be. You know how today there was a bunch of kids having fun playing football, like just doing their thing, and you just go and hang out and that's him.
That's him. Oh, he's there. He's there.
And my parts, like in Jersey and close to Philly, there's really not that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some racetracks that on the weekends I go to, but like just the everyday chilling situation is really not that. And I'm trying to make that happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be that presence in that market because there's not none, but there should be. Like why in the whole Philadelphia market, and that's one of the top media markets in the country.
In the world, yeah.
Why there's only one full-time NASCAR driver, which is me. Right?
Yeah.
It seems crazy to say, but there's only one.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be 20 of us, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it is a hard thing to get into. I mean, there's only 120 drivers in the country, really.
Yeah.
There's only 30 drivers competing in the series that I'm competing in.
Mm-hmm.
There's 35 in the Cup Series, and there's 30 in the Truck Series. So it's definitely hard to get into. But I still don't think I should be the only one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think having a small group, I guess if you want to call it that, of competitors kind of turns people away from wanting to learn more about the sport? Just because sometimes 30 out of a billion just seems like it's a hard bargain to drive to kind of a younger kid that You know what I mean?
No, I think because there's a smaller pool of talent to as a fan to kind of gravitate towards to and be a fan of. Like there's in other sports there's 50,000 players, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you're not going to know every single player, but if you're watching something that only has 40 players, you're going to know all them 40 players because it's only 40 players. So I think it helps us in a way because there's not as many of us to gravitate to and be a fan of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I say that kind of feels like how like basketball is. Like
Yeah.
If you're from a town and you see that team, you only got to memorize 15 of those players.
Exactly.
No doubt.
And really, out of them 15, you 5, 6 of them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, obviously being in Charlotte or close to the city or any city, like you probably walk around players all the time, but you
Yeah.
not even know he's
idea.
a player, right? It's just because there's so many.
Yeah.
And not so many, but to the grand scheme of
No,
things,
100%.
there's
That's
so
a lot,
many,
yeah.
right? So, I think having a smaller group, I think it helps us because there's not as many people to look after.
Yeah.
If you want to be a fan of.
Yeah. And shoot, I know we talked about, like I said, we talked about Philly. We talked about the youth. How do you deal with the pressure of promoting NASCAR? Obviously, not just to the youth and going to sport, but to the African Americans.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I always dealt with it really well, but I mean, it's the same thing. It's just like it goes back to the minorities. Like I want to really bring minorities out the sport, and with that, a lot of people of my color, my culture have reached out and tends to be the one that asks for my help, and I love helping because I am seeing a change. Right,
Yeah.
like I go to some go-kart tracks and I see 4 black kids racing.
Really?
It's like wow.
It's like, oh, shoot.
When I went to the racetrack growing up, like the little dirt track I went to in Delaware, it was never another black family.
You the only one.
It was me and my family, my brother, my cousins. It was literally
Just us.
just us.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the first time I ever seen another black family. And there's one black driver that we're friends with. He raced their cars. He raced in Florida actually here.
Okay.
I don't know what track, like Henderson, something like the Henderson County. I don't know, somewhere around here. And we actually became friends with him. And when he came up north to race, he stayed at my brother's house.
Oh wow.
Like so, there's one other black kid.
It's,
and
yeah,
like,
it's a small world.
yeah, it's like, oh, yo, you're raised up, come to that house.
Like, you got a spot. You got a spot.
Exactly. And I think that was the first time that I see another black kid race in those type of cars. You know what I mean? That we grew up racing, which was really, really cool. But now, like in the country, go karts and it's getting pretty popular.
How would you I guess like push it for them like how like Serena and her and Venus would try to push tennis, because tennis again kind of similar to like NASCAR. Like it's not a cheap sport.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
So how do you push that when, like I said, people may not have the means or the necessities to?
Just honesty. I tell them what they need to work on, which is your branding and marketing and social media. I mean, that's right now. It's one of the only ways, right?
Yeah.
Unless you meet somebody or you already have the financial means to do so. But no, I tell them like go to go-kart tracks. Go race, but post about it.
Yeah.
What you're doing,
100%.
how you're getting better, what you're doing to prepare. I mean, really make the audience connect with you and want to help.
Yeah.
You and I want to talk about this because we're historians in this house. I'm sure you've been told this while you've been here, but incredible job with the Fox Taker car that you had. Displaying, paying homage to the black pioneers before you in the sport and paying homage to your family legacy. Just take us through that process and getting the opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, Fox Tech was an amazing sponsor. I mean, they allowed me to do my first ever 2 races in at the time the Xfinity Series, which is now the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. It was awesome, and then that design they did was they led everything. It's super creative group. And a lot of stuff was like from Detroit, Michigan. There's a lot of home-based things, whether it was the Iron Fist they did and put my grandfather's face on the car.
Oh, that's lit.
The car was black and white. It was just a beautiful looking car, and,
No
and
doubt.
it had a lot of history to it. But no, it was all them. I mean, they have such a good eye for things. Even my helmet, my suit, just how everything looked together. It was crazy. And there's actually some more media stuff and pictures. We did a photo shoot that's going to come out about it. Like it's been a lot to me. And I think it truly helped. if it wasn't for those 2 races, I don't think I'd be on this team and in this series this year. Just not having the known factor if I could do it or not, right?
Yeah.
I did it twice, and I did well, so now I know I can do this at that level.
Yeah.
If I didn't do that,
you would have the confidence to be
Right.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
I also want to ask you about this because you're starting to get recognition from NASCAR Hall of Famers like Mark Martin publicly saying that he's a fan. He likes how you're aggressive behind the wheel.
My right hand man.
You know, kind of does that give you a little bit more of a confidence boost to know that Hall of Famers are publicly stating that they're looking at your career and looking at your journey and they can acknowledge the greatness that is on your path?
Yeah, for sure. And me and Mark Martin, we became buddies from one thing. He loves Gucci Mane.
Oh my God!
When we get done, I'm gonna show you some edits as they be doing to Mark Martin to Gucci Mane songs. So literally one day, I'm just scrolling through Twitter or X, and I see he tweets something about me. Blah blah. He said, "Man, that Lavar kid, he's one heck of a driver. I hope he's a Gucci fan."
Oh man!
So he DM'd me. He DM'd me who he was. Like I don't want to know who.
Yeah, I know who you are.
It's like
Tom Brady. Hey, I'm Tom Brady.
Yeah, like
we know who you are.
We know who you are.
Stop it. But he DM'd me, said, "Oh, blah, I'm a big fan." He was like, "Are you a Gucci fan?" I said, "Yeah." And I sent him some Gucci songs, and I sent like the GIF, like a Gucci man, blah blah. So we connected really well after that, and we always he's so cool. He texts me when he's working out, and he lives in Arkansas, so at some point I'm gonna go up there and hang out with him and do some workouts with him. But he's one of the coolest guys there is. Like we just.
Oh, that's lit.
Just helps me when I need help. Like he's the man.
Speaking of working out, I'm curious because I know how a football workout is for me. Like, what is your typical driver workout?
Yeah, so it depends on the driver. Some people don't work out as much. Some people work out a lot. Me personally, for me mentally, it just helps me, and I love it. Yeah. So Monday we have with my training, we kind of have each day split up. So Monday's like the typical working out type of stuff, whether it's bench press, different shoulder type workouts and chest workouts, bench, squats would be on Tuesdays. But every day it always ends with a strong cardio session, like a hit session, like like the death bike.
Yeah,
like you got like 20 cows on the death bike, 20 cows on the ski machine, 20 on the row machine, 50 burpees.
Yeah,
like 4 sets.
Like my God. And it just drains you. And then Wednesday is a full cardio day, like so it's different workouts like that. I mean, consistently. Thursday kind of everything mixed together. Friday is kind of whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But my brother came one time to work out with me and did one of the workouts, threw up.
Oh man.
Like on just laying down, just can't like it's you have to do it consistently and know what you do. Like every day I go into the shop, like I'm like I love working out, but I know this is about to kill me next
day. 100%.
You're not accustomed to that cardio. Make it throw up in a heartbeat. Don't get it.
And to be honest, like December, I worked out all December, but it wasn't like the workouts we do at the shop.
Yeah,
like it was more trying to get a little bit bigger. So when I came back to Charlotte in January, I did my first real like regular stuff we do, and that Wednesday session killed me. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like I've missed these, but also like hate how they feel. Like after giving it a few weeks, I'm happy how I look, but like that pain at the time, definitely does not feel good.
What's the reason behind needing to do so much cardio for your sport?
Yeah, think about it. I mean, you're driving a car at 200 miles per hour, all the G's, for 3 hours at a time. Like it's like you ever went on a bend at 60 miles per hour, like you feel your body like shift over. Well, we're going 3.5 times that for 3 hours, right? And then mentally, you have so many things to look out for, whether it's your switches, how to pass, how to not get past, how to set up things, just talking. There's a lot of things that are going on, right? You have to mentally be prepared. And physically, I mean, the car is 130 degrees. Like, you're racing on hot days sometimes. It's like hot, middle of Iowa. Like, it's Texas. Like, it's hot. So it's just, you have to be prepared. You have some drivers that don't look like they work out, but they can all probably go run 10 miles and feel like it's nothing. Right? It's just... You're just accustomed to that long endurance type of things. And you don't got to be necessarily like strong on the bench press, but you still have to be strong have long endurance, like long.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called when you make your muscle longer so it lasts longer.
Yeah.
Like they're better than the average person because they have to be able to control that car for 3 hours at a time.
Yeah, and I know you spoke earlier about like simulations and stuff, but what does your practice look like? Because simulators, I'm sure, kind of take away a little bit of the competitive performance aspect, I guess you want to say it. Like there's not much danger, I guess. Yeah. Or correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't sound like there's much danger like going into practice as an actual race would be. Like, how do you practice for those type of situations?
Yeah, each week, no matter where we're going, it's like for you guys, you have film for you guys to compete against. But we have like the tracks that we're going to go race at. The track is laid out like on the simulator, like where the bumps are, how to approach the corners, where are the corners at, whether it's a road course. It's detailed to exactly how it is in real life. It's how it is on the sim. Yeah. Right. And it might not drive the same because you're driving with your feeling of the hands, and you're not in the car where you can feel it through your body, but you can still have a good reference or baseline about what it's supposed to feel like, right? And what's fast around the track. So yeah, we're throwing that a lot consistently, and there's some times where I think could really fine tune you in, and you're really fast on the sim, so you show up really fast in real life. Yeah. Sometimes where you're really fast in the sim, you get to real life and it's just a little bit different, and the car's not driving the same.
Yeah. Can you adjust to where, because obviously there's different styles of drivers. Yep. Right. Can you adjust, I guess, in the simulator? Like, okay, like I know, buddy in car 28, he's aggressive on this turn, or this guy.
100%. I mean, you got to set up past them. Every driver drives differently. There's some drivers I know are really good at certain things, so I gotta beat them at something else, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the same with the sports. Like, you know some team strengths, so you gotta beat them at something else. You know this player can shoot threes, so I get up close to him at the 3-point line. You know what I mean? Like, every person you compete against, you know their tendencies, you know what they do, what they don't do well at, and how to beat them in different areas.
Yeah. How many drivers are in a race?
It depends. I mean, there could be, this series is going to always be 38 to 40.
So, do you have to memorize all 30, or I guess 29, all 29 different styles of each driver, or is it on your...
Well, I don't think you have to. You just naturally do.
You would want to, yeah.
And when you watch races throughout the week, right, you just naturally see what each driver is doing. Yeah. It's just like I don't study each driver and go back and watch unless they're really fast. Yeah. Like, okay, he's really fast. Why is he really fast? Yeah. What is he doing differently than the other person? Where is he braking at? Where is he getting on throttle? How is he turning? Yeah. Like, if he's really fast, I watch. But I don't go and watch the 25th place lap. You know what I mean? Yeah. And why was he in 25th? Like, what was his braking? Like, I just watch and learn each thing as I go.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. And I'm interested because you've had a lot of races up to this point. I'm interested because a lot of people learn a lot from their wins. A good amount of people don't learn from their losses. Mm-hmm. What's the race that you didn't win that you learned a lesson in, or felt like, okay, this could be a turning point in my career?
Probably would have been the biggest races that I've ever won, which has been Daytona. There was some things that I messed up. I can't say messed up. I've never been in that situation before to know what to do differently. That one hurt. Yeah. I mean, if I'd have done one thing different and blocked better, I probably could have won. Yeah. Right, and that eats belies not being able to say, man, I won Daytona. Like, and having that chance to say that before, it's like that one kills me. And then this year, it was just off a restart. I got beat off restart, and I was winning most of the race, and probably would have won this race, but I got beat off restart and made a decision that I probably should have made the other decision. Yeah. And just little things like that definitely hurt, because it's like, I mean, where could I have been? Yeah. What sponsor could I have had now? I won the big race. You know what I mean? It's like, where could the recognition have went where you just attracting things? Yeah. So that sucks, but I mean,
how do you fight through that? I could have had this.
Just knowing it didn't happen. It didn't happen. This is where you're at. It sucks for sure, but you can't think about it too long. I mean, for what? You're just gonna be depressed about it. Like,
just being where your feet are.
It didn't happen. Yeah. I mean, but there's moments and times where like people talk about something or ask me about certain races, and it brings back in time and I think about it, or sometimes I do just lay down and watch races. I'm like, darn, I could have won that race. You know what I mean? And it's like, but then I really just try to really just think about something different because it didn't happen. So why dwell?
You're wasting time dwelling on it.
And I know why it didn't happen. I already went through that process of learning why it didn't happen and being better at it. But forget about it now.
How I guess close together are the races? Like, did you have
every week
in the season?
Every week. So this year, starting February 14th, we raced 33 weekends. We have one off week, I think, like in 2 off weekends. I think maybe one in June and one in August, maybe something like that. But
so is there ever multiple races in a weekend, or is it just every weekend is just one race pretty much?
Last year I had to. This year I will, but not because of NASCAR, because I still race my dirt cars with my family. Okay. So there might be a race, somewhere Saturday that's close to home. Yeah, that I can go race a dirt car on Sunday with them. You know what I mean? So when it comes to NASCAR schedule, not ever, but on this year I will, just because I want to race every day.
How does dirt car racing translate to?
That's a great question.
NASCAR racing for you personally.
For me, it helps because dirt racing, it's 25 laps, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to go get it for 25 laps, hard laps, right? So if I feel like it teaches me that aggression, being quick, you sideways, so you have to learn car control, right? Yeah. Whereas in NASCAR, it's not slow pace, but it's 300 laps, right? So and having the car control came from dirt racing. Being used to the car, kind of stepping out when you a little bit and how to control that, right? Dirt racing, you're moving around a lot because if you run the same line a lot in dirt, the track's going to stick off. Yeah. So you have to go find moisture. When I get into the asphalt side of things, when your car gets really tight and you start to lose your tire grip, you got to search around, find what's working for your car. And I think all that searching and learning little tips from dirt racing has applied to asphalt. And there's some things that could be a downfall, which is, like I said, the 25 laps. You're really aggressive. Well, if you're really aggressive the first 25 laps of the asphalt race, it's not going to hold, right? So you gotta be mindful and definitely make changes, but if you do it correctly, it could help.
How do you go ahead?
I was about to say, what in the NA race, what lap are we like, all right, it's buckle up, it's time?
For that third stage, so you have 3 stages. Okay. You have the first, let's just go 100. So say it's 300 lap race, you have your first, the way they do it, it'd be like a first 75, first stage would be 75 laps, second stage is 75 laps, now you got 150, third stage, 150 laps. Oof. So that third stage where you have the double laps, all right, let's be mindful for the first 75, and that's last 75, go get it. So you have the tires to really save the tires to go get it.
So you're kind of breaking up that third stage into pretty much 2 quarters.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Exactly.
And how 2 halves, how long is the how long does it take to get around a track normally? Like a normal,
depends on what track.
Like let's go Daytona, because that's the first one coming up.
Maybe 40, 45, 46 seconds.
36 seconds?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so the first, I guess that back end, is it like, okay, I got to lock in for the 150 laps? Yeah. Or we're like, okay, now obviously you've been locked the entire time because you haven't crashed going 200 miles an hour, right?
No, I have. At Daytona.
Oh shoot!
Oh my god!
I crashed at Daytona. Yeah. It wasn't my fault.
He said like it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't my fault.
On my mama,
it wasn't me.
Nah, it really wasn't. I had nowhere to go. I was on the top. I was trying to go for the win. I was on the top, and the cars that was right here, they wrecked, and I just nowhere to go.
Golly.
Yeah, it was. In the car, I felt like the longest time ever. Like I was like, "What's about to happen?" I didn't want to flip.
Yeah.
I didn't flip. All I seen was sparks and things flying. I looked down, my teammates down there wrecked. And
oh no!
It was a bad situation.
What is that? We're gonna get back to it, but what is that like? Like, okay,
so what
car
do you
accident.
do when you see it coming? You know what I mean?
Just kind of brace yourself. Like I don't think at that time, to be honest, I don't think I told my team this. I didn't lift, like because I was thinking if something happens where like he somehow misses me, I can drive through and get to the win.
Yeah.
So, but if you brake, you're gonna break all your momentum, right? And you just can't get the car up to speed fast enough. But at the time, I was like, I'm either gonna win it or wreck it, and we wrecked it. But I didn't brake at all. I just kind of drove straight through, hoping I could make it through the wreck, and I didn't. But
jeez, but you didn't flip.
No.
And you know what though? I like that philosophy. I'm sorry guys, but you say We either gonna win it or wreck it.
win it or wreck
One
it.
of the two's gonna happen.
That's just what it is. And
Hey, I love that attitude though.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But in certain situations, like
no, 100%.
I'm not going to wreck it if I can only finish 20th here.
Correct.
But it was like, all right, like we
Like,
can
I
win
can-
this
I can
if I
see
get
it.
through
I can
this.
see it.
We're going through it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
We're going through it.
Are drivers, because obviously you don't, it's not just crashing by yourself, right? Are other drivers like pissed off at it? Because we've seen, what is that? Walk us through. Like,
Yeah,
this.
that was a weird experience for me because the one driver that kind of caused the wreck, we all have to get inside the emergency vehicle.
Okay.
We're all in there. He's in there talking like, that didn't happen. I was gonna win this race. Inside I'm like, no, shut up. Like we
Like,
just
we're
wrecked.
good.
Like nobody wants to talk to nobody. Just stop. But he's in there just talking his head off.
Snapping.
So that was making me pretty upset. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of situations that probably every situation the other person's mad at the other person. Something's happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do they say something or approach each other? Not all the time. Sometimes they do. But I do know in my situation, the kid that kind of caused the wreck, he just was in the emergency vehicle just talking his head off.
Yeah.
Like, just, I would have won this and that. I'm like, dude, you wrecked us.
Yeah.
Just please
He
stop
said,
talking.
"Look,
How do you keep that? How do you keep that internalized? Because there's obviously it sounded like multiple people are in this emergency vehicle thinking that if this wreck doesn't happen, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
How do you kind of keep that?
And adrenaline is going.
Yeah.
No doubt.
For me, I didn't know. It was a weird time. Like we're in Daytona, right? It's Daytona, right? So
Yeah.
so vibes are always like high there. But this day it was on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It got rained out in the morning,
Okay.
so we had to actually race like at 12 o'clock at night, like 12 at night in Daytona racing on the
wow.
lights. It was a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
And then we wreck, so it's like I don't know how to feel. Like I was just like, life is good. We're racing at Daytona, but we just wrecked racing for the win. Then you got this kid just talking, and we all had to go down to like the EMT things like inside this building. Like it's like the hospital inside the track, right? And we're all just in there, and my teammates in there were talking, and you got the other drivers talking. It was just a weird time. I really didn't care about too much more than, man, I just wanted to win that race and we just wrecked out. I was upset about that, but like still like we're at Daytona at 1 o'clock in the morning to race.
No, 100%.
Like what's going on right now?
Yeah. Now I was about to say, it's just, is there ever a point in time when you're going to these beautiful venues, right?
Yep.
These where you're doing these events, like you said, Daytona. Like,
Yeah.
do you ever take in kind of, is it before the race or after the race, to take in like, dang, like I'm at a Daytona 500?
100%. And there's some times where I mistakenly don't, and I feel bad. It's like I really need to realize what I'm doing and where I'm at. But in most cases, I do. Like it's just crazy taking the walk to your car, right, and like just seeing the facility. Like these NASCAR tracks, there's like no other. How big they are, like how big Daytona is, or Indy. Like it's just a different vibe. But you have to know where you're at. Right?
Yeah.
You have to be in tune. But sometimes you're just not. And sometimes I would go race. I would leave on a Saturday morning, go fly to a race, fly back that night, and get home, and wake up Sunday, and like I realized, oh my God, I was just racing in Michigan yesterday.
Michigan,
right? And it was just happened. But I don't like that. I want to really be in tune with everything I have going on and what's happening and what day, and just feel it, like really feel it, right?
Is there ever times where you're over-tuned to the situation? Like, damn, I am at the Daytona 500, and it kind of takes you out of your zone a little bit?
No. I think the more I am, I think the better it is for me just to really understand the situation.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I can't. I don't think I'll be overtuned.
Yeah.
I think I'm just, the better I am and really being in tune, I think it's good.
Yeah. And I'm glad we asked that, because I can only imagine what you go through, because there was a funny story for me. I remember I had a buddy, Phil. He was like, hey, listen, my best friend is racing in the Daytona 500. And I'm like, okay, but it's like, obviously professional athletes, everybody's a person, right? And everybody's a normal human being, or they try to be, right? And it's this thing where I'm just like, your friend, like, what is the, you know what I'm saying? His friend ends up being Brendan Gunn. Shout out Brendan Gunn, man.
Shout out Brendan Gunn.
But and it's this thing, man, when we're coming down, he was just like, he's telling me on our way down, he's like, listen, take all of this in, right? And I'm just like, okay, what's about to happen? Like, I know the football world, I know the sports world, but I don't know. I guess I have no idea what this is about to be, right? So we get down there, man. I mean, it's just like we go into the like I brought it multiple times, like the RV space in Daytona. You drive through there, and it's. I mean, I'm seeing Danica Patrick. I'm seeing every driver that's a driver there, right? And at that time, I mean, it's them and it's their friends. Just like I'm there, we're there where Brandon. They all have their friends there, and their friends are that, right? Yeah. I'm seeing Aaron Rodgers just casually walk through. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing and I'm seeing all this, and I'm just like, I could see this, and I could not imagine being a driver, and taking all of this stuff in, and then having to lock back in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just seeing that, it just kind of, it's crazy. I met Florida Georgia Line, and it was crazy because everybody there's somebody. It almost what it feels like inside the pit. Inside that pit, right? So it's this thing where it's just like, I mean, we don't know who each other are. I'm just like, yeah, so I played football sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, we make music, and I was like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It ends up being, but it's like, I couldn't imagine going through that. It feels like All-Star Weekend, but that's every weekend for sure. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine that, and then flip into, all right, kill.
Yeah, it's at Daytona is definitely Daytona. I mean, it's really hard to get inside the pit and to be there, so you know if you're in there, you're somebody's for sure relative, or you're somebody, or you have a lot of money to pay for the pit to be.
Everybody's walking around with cameras following you.
Exactly. So everybody's everybody in there, and so it's definitely a really cool place to be and feeling. I mean, you walk past. I could be walking past a big time golfer and not even know it, right? Yeah. It's just what it is. So it's really cool, but I mean, I don't really get to really feel that until after the race. I can just walk around my family and just say what's up to everybody. But before the race, I try to either be in my hall or be with my team so I don't get too distracted.
Okay. Yeah. And do you take that second, or after the race, do you take it in like, dang, like I'm one of those guys, right? Like we talked about like a Jordan Jefferson, right? Or he's just you know, the guy in front of him is Trent Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, I think about it. I mean, it's really ARCA. I was racing ARCA last year, and ARCA, you know, we raced on a Saturday and Saturday morning, and then by the time you go back to your hauler or go back anywhere and eat and take off your suit and get back into your regular clothes, right? I mean, the other series starts racing, so you walk back out and you see other drivers in their suits about to go race. You're like, wow, I just did that 3 hours ago. Yeah. You think about it for sure, but you know, it's so easy to get, I guess, caught up there with what's going on that you just kind of, I guess, forget about it for a little bit with what you actually just did because you got to go watch other drivers or go hang out with a sponsor or things like that. But you definitely do. It crosses your mind.
Is there anybody that you have met throughout your journey of rising up in the rankings that has kind of given you some good tips or good tools to kind of keep you level-headed and keep you competitive the way you are now?
So many people. I mean, I think it's a great sport. We have a lot of mentors and help. But truly, to be honest with you, it's some of my best friends, right? Like me and Raj this year, we're in the same series. Okay. But he's always been a step, or I guess two levels ahead. Mm-hmm. Like he raced trucks a year before I kind of moved into ARCAs, and he raced ARCA for a few years before I did. So like he's had the things that I had to go through and experience before I did. Yeah. You know what I mean? So hey, when this happened, what did you do? How did you experience this? When we went to this race, I mean, what did you experience? How was the track? And then even on off the track things, he's met a lot of people, right? Yeah. Hey, you should talk to this person if you need help with this, like things like that. I mean, he's been a huge help. And when it comes to like real like mentors, older mentors, like a lot of the cup drivers help me. Whether it's, I shouldn't say a lot, a few, like Noah Gregson. When I need, he's been huge help, and Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace. I mean, I have some great people I can talk to when need be in different situations. But I would say so many people have given me advice and talked to me and little tips here and there. So it's been good, but I think, you know, it definitely takes a village, and I think a lot of people have that. Everybody wants to help when you can, right? Even if it's a different sport. I mean, you know, everybody, if there's one professional athlete in any sport, they're gonna have people trying to help them, whether it's with advice on small things all the time.
Yeah.
It's just, it's this world's good, right? Like,
No, 100%.
people want to help, right?
Right.
You're not gonna be mean about it. You just gotta know what's good for you and what to use.
What's not? Yeah, what's good and what's I guess transitioning into it. What is the obviously you got the call to the big leagues, right? Walk us through one, what it was, and then what that means.
Yeah. So it meant a lot for me. Like I said, I've had this goal truly and vision for myself since I was 3 to 5 years old, right? So when it hit, like, I don't know how you guys experienced this, but when it hit, like it hit and I felt it, but it wasn't like, I still feel the weight on my shoulders for some reason.
Yeah.
I still feel it. Like I don't feel, I feel good. I'm happy and excited, but I still feel like, all right, made it. I'm gonna go do the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So every day it's still just work. Like, I can say that I have achieved my goal.
Yeah.
Like I have. Like, I told myself I want to be a NASCAR driver, and I haven't made it to the top levels and made it to the Cup Series yet.
Yeah.
But when I was young, I said I want to make it to NASCAR and be a NASCAR driver. So I achieved my lifelong goal, but for some reason, like, it feels amazing.
Yeah.
But like, I'm ready for the work and actually just go do the job.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe when I make it to the Cup Series and win races and be a champion, then I can have that huge emotional, I guess, side of it. Where it's like, you really reflect, I guess.
Yeah.
But that hasn't hit yet. It was just, we did it.
Yeah.
Now let's go do it. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like because again, I keep bringing it up, but it's just like I feel like you have a lot of similarities when it comes to like a Michael Jordan, where it's like I want to be the best ever, right?
Yep.
Towards this thing where it's like, do you genuinely say it, or is it the right answer in the sense of like, maybe I'll feel that like I made it once you get to the cup, or when you win it, or are you gonna be like, because me just learning more about you, your personality, it kind of seems like as soon as you make it, don't get me wrong, I there's a sense of gratitude I get from you, right? But it seems like I can imagine you being like, boom, let's go get another one.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
That
Like,
ends up being
I'm not.
like,
Nah, at one point in time, that definitely will be enough. But no,
yeah,
I definitely want to get a few.
Yeah.
One's not going to be enough, right?
Right.
I don't know what the saying they say, but what's they say? You gotta go back to back to prove that the first one matters.
Yeah,
Something like that. I don't know, but yeah, there will be a point in time where it would definitely be enough, and I will admit to that. Max Verstappen, F1 champ, he said that he's probably 30 something. And he said he has a lot of life to live. Like he said, he already has 4 championships.
Yeah.
What's the difference between 4 and 7?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, you say you had 4 F1 champions compared to 7. It's like, okay. Like, you have a bunch.
Regardless, you have a lot.
You have a lot, right? I mean, you're financially way well off the rest of your life.
You're good. And your grandkids.
You go see your family, whatever, spend time with your family. So at some point in time, there definitely will be enough. It was like, I did what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But no time soon.
Yeah. No,
soon.
we're just getting. What's that number? Do you feel like? Where you're just like, okay, no, I'm good. And obviously, like you said, we got
depends
a long.
where I'm at with age, when this happens. But if I get 2 to 3, 4,
5,
6.
I mean, if it happens,
Looking at
no.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. But I mean, if I get 2, 3, 4, I'm not greedy.
Okay.
I'll be complacent.
Yeah. Well, don't be complacent yet, though. Yeah, we got time.
You got to keep your competitive edge.
Yeah. I'm looking towards the future. Like,
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna have a wife. I'm gonna have kids. Like, I mean, at some point in time, like, racing's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's not everything in life, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not everything. And I know from a point in time where that energy and that focus is going to shift, and you get 2 to 3, 4. I want to take care of my kids and watch what my kids do.
That's perfect, because the next thing that I wanted to get into is whenever you're done and your career is over, what do you want people to say about Lavar Scott?
His work ethic. I mean, no matter what, he went out and got it and worked hard at it, and no matter what happened, I just want to say I worked hard and I provided for my family, for sure. I mean, my family has put me in this position, and I want to give back to them and give back to the community, for sure.
Yeah.
just a good person. Like no matter who they are, he just talks to anybody, connect to anybody, and just make them feel welcomed. I think that's what I really thrive on.
Yeah.
You know, is networking with people and talking to people and just want to be a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to say, and it's going to happen naturally, but I don't want anybody to say they had a bad experience being around Lavar.
For sure.
Truly.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, look.
You can't draw up a better answer.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know.
That's Teach Tape.
You can't draw up a better answer.
Future guest, that's Teach Tape.
No doubt. And we're going to ask you one more thing that we ask all of our guests is, what is the code to your individual success? Because success is around you, and you're obviously chasing greatness. What is the code for you to sustain that success?
What the other thing I want to say? When I say the answer, like, okay, that makes sense. But what do you think it's going to be?
I mean, I think you're gonna say probably the consistency in your work. But I wanna.
I'm gonna be like, shoot, you know, I'm really one of the ones. Like, don't get this shit twisted.
Don't get it
I'm that
twisted.
boy. You know what I mean? Like, the code to my success is understanding that I am who I am, and that is somebody with a lot of confidence and a lot of drive and a lot of mental fortitude and strong enough to be able to withstand the storms, because you're gonna have rainy days, you know, and to be able to maneuver through those rainy days and still come out dry.
Mine would be too. Would definitely be networking.
Yeah.
That's the code. Like network is everything, and then staying confident in myself.
Yep.
For sure. I mean, if I'm mentally confident, mentally good, everything will be all good.
Yeah.
But the codes really to racing is networking.
Networking.
Shake hands, kiss babies.
Shake them hands and kiss them babies. Look, we appreciate you for coming on to the
Thank you so
podcast,
much.
man. It's been a great experience, because I've learned a lot from sitting next to you and being around you all day that I had no clue that was the in-depth stuff that goes into racing cars. Because I mean, to the average listener that doesn't know anything about it, you wouldn't really understand how deep it really goes, as far as, you know, the money that goes into it, and essentially, I don't want to say like it's like pay to win, but in a sense it kind of is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Again, appreciate you for coming to the podcast one more time, taking the time out of your day, and
y'all please tune in to the 45.
45.
Please tune in to Car 45. It's time this year. Who's your sponsor? Give your sponsor a shout.
No doubt.
Get you paid a little bit.
Urban Affairs Coalition, nonprofit organization out of Philadelphia.
Come on.
Then Todd Pride with Team Racing Education.
Come on, we appreciate y'all for giving him the sex he takes to be the greatest driver ever, because I'm going to speak it to existence.
Right now.
This camera right here, I'm going to speak it to existence. He's going to be the greatest NASCAR driver there ever was. He's a humble beast, so he's not going to say it. So I'll say it for him. He's going to be the greatest driver.
But I believe it internally. But I won't say it.
But he believes it.
Listen, but I'll say it out loud, because he got a humble beast. He was raised right, so.
Anything else you want to lead the guest out with? Any type of words of motivation going into the next generation?
Work hard, stay consistent, be nice to people.
Hey,
Love that.
Love that answer. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Carter Code Podcast. We're gone.